Keeping this intro short and sweet, these are the games that I believe aren't as well known as many of the other farming games on Switch, so hopefully you can find something new here to play. Also, if you find this video helpful, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Starting off with a game I actually just recently started playing, but have had in my games collection for a good year or more. Summer in Mara is an adventure and farming game where you'll play a young girl named Koa who lives all by herself on an island. With an adventurous spirit and the goal to help a lost little aquatic friend, you'll set out to a nearby island that's inhabited by a range of unique and delightful NPCs. As you embark on your quest to explore and uncover nearby islands, you'll help these NPCs with various tasks while you travel back and forth between the islands. Back on your home island, you'll be able to grow crops, craft, upgrade tools, cook, care for animals, fish, and more. The game has an extremely slow and not so great start, but I promise you if you stick it out, it does get better. There's a ton of quests here to keep you busy, and all of these NPCs are so quirky and have these really interesting backstories and personalities. Add to this your little island where you can customize to an extent, adding trees, decorations, and so on. It's cute, and I'm having a great time playing this one. Moving on to Alchemy Garden, which is this cozy game where you'll play the owner of a potion shop. You'll spend your time exploring to collect flowers, managing your shop, and doing some odd side quests for the local villagers. Overall, it's a very simple, basic, and easy to pick up game with not a lot of depth to it. What you see is what you get. The map here has 3 main areas that you can explore to collect wildflowers, and you'll use these back at your shop to make a variety of potions. Potions are made in this quick little mini game that is literally impossible to get wrong. You'll have a category of flowers to choose from, including relaxing and poisonous, and you'll basically mix and match 3 flowers from whatever category and see if it makes a potion. If it does, you'll have a new recipe, and if it doesn't, you know that particular combination is a no-go. When you open your shop, people will come in and potentially buy any potions or items that you have on display. You can customize your shop, placing decorations and furniture, changing the walls and the floors. You can also customize the outside of your shop, but to a lesser extent. Here is where you can also plant and harvest flowers, which is a must if you want to start increasing your flower inventory to make more potions and keep up with demand. You'll also find a nearby town with some shops and a bulletin board with some quests on there. Overall, it's a really basic game, and that's pretty much all there is to it, but it's a great game to relax to and wind down with. Next up is Littlewood, which is a long-time favourite of mine. While simple looking, you'll find so much content here with town building, home decoration, relationships to build, dating, farming, exploring different lands, and upgrading almost everything you can imagine. You'll play as the hero of Solemn, who has just woken up after defeating the Dark Wizard in an epic battle, although you have no memory of it. As the hero, you have now been tasked with rebuilding the town now that the Dark Wizard is gone. You'll need to build and place homes for new residents, decorate their homes for them, and shape and terraform the town as you see fit. You can also customize your town by planting crops, housing animals, moving buildings and shops around, placing paths, fences, and other decorations. As you progress in the game, you'll unlock the ability to travel to different lands, providing access to more shops and resources, and you'll also open up a museum where you'll have several collections to complete. While the game looks fairly basic and may give you the impression that there's not a lot to it, that is so far from the truth. It does start off a little bit slow with not that much to do to fill your days, but by the end of it, you'll have a million different things to do and not enough time to do it. Following on from this, we have Big Farm Story, a game I have played not once, not twice, but 3 times now, and I was pleasantly surprised to find it in the Nintendo shop recently when I was browsing on my Switch. Here you'll get yet another farming story focused on finding your missing grandpa, But this one will have you investigating, following clues, collecting resources, and helping out your fellow neighbors in your quest for answers. Your grandpa's farm, which is now yours, can be upgraded and customized, and you'll see it grow from this bare and near empty run-down place to a lively and profitable farm. Alongside this, you'll also be able to unlock new areas to explore, where you'll find new resources to cook and craft with, and there are various NPCs that will need your help along the way. All of this makes for a game that has some awesome progression, and as a result just makes you feel really rewarded for what you do. I'm so happy that this one is on the Switch now. I think it'll get a lot more exposure here and hopefully build up that fan base that it deserves. Next up is The Good Life. While not a full-on farming game, does definitely have that farm feel to it with exploration, home upgrades, and a town with NPCs, so I thought it fit well within this list. You'll play as a journalist who is sent to investigate a town as it's known as the happiest place on Earth. You'll need to use your photography and investigation skills to find out what's going on, as things only seem to be getting stranger and stranger. There's an absolutely wonderful cast of quirky and funny characters here, an absolutely massive open world to explore, along with a cute rural town filled with shops and cafes and lots of stuff to do. You'll also get your own little house that you can upgrade, along with a yard where you can plant and grow crops and flowers. The story is definitely out there, and the characters are too, but the game is just so funny, so interesting, and really engaging. Lastly, we have Gleanor Heights, which is another game I've had in my collection for a while, but only recently started playing. This is just your simple, classic, pixelated farming game where you'll start off as a new farmer working on an abandoned farm in a town filled with NPCs. You'll need to plant and harvest crops, care for animals, explore the local mines, and get to know the NPCs. There's an array of things for you to upgrade, such as tools, your farm, and even some key spots around town. This really is just your classic pixel farming game, although it might not have some of the depth you would find in other games such as Stardew Valley. It's definitely slow to start, and it will take a lot of time and effort just to get to know how the game works and then to purchase all the upgrades and expansions. So anyone looking for like a really good meaty game to really get stuck into will probably really like this one. It's also recently come out with some DLC that adds a whole bunch of new stuff. I haven't quite gotten to that part yet, but I'm really excited to see what content's been added here. So that's everything. I hope you've been able to find something here to add to your collection. I do post new videos every single week, so if that's something that interests you, then please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye!